I think people from many walks of life need to work together in teams, and it begins at school. I remember when I was a student, I often had to work together on group projects with classmates. As I got older, I had to work with other colleagues in the workplace. So I think it's quite common for people in companies to work together in teams nowadays in order to achieve results. For example, sales teams, they often have to work together and work in different parts of the country in order to make sales. Employers often have to delegate work to team members and set goals, so that's very common in the workplace as well. I think the main advantages of working on group projects is that people can achieve more in less time. So if people are helping each other and each team member gets on well together, generally work gets done faster because they're helping each other. I think another advantage of working together on group projects is that each group member builds strong relationships, strong bonds with their other team members, and this can continue. They become lifelong friends. I think that's a very big advantage that people often overlook. Um, but let's talk about the disadvantages, and I think that teamwork isn't for everybody. There are often people who are introverted, who don't like working with other people, and for those people, if they have to work in teams, I think it could be a very miserable experience for them. But another disadvantage is that we cannot guarantee that each team member will put in 100% effort. Sometimes group members can often wait for their colleagues to do all the work and they take all the credit. So that's a very big disadvantage. Another disadvantage of working on group projects is that if one team member fails, the whole project can fail. So each member should be accountable, but they should also be very responsible as well in order for the goals to be reached. As I mentioned earlier, some people are introverted, so they don't work very well in teams. Another reason could be that they don't want to share responsibilities with others because other people can drag them down or slow down the work process, especially if they're not very efficient team members. So, not everybody likes to work in teams. I think employers should encourage their employees to work together in teams, but they shouldn't impose it. What I mean by that is that they shouldn't make it compulsory for employees to work with other team members unless if it's absolutely necessary. Um, so one way of encouraging teamwork is to give some kind of incentive so that team members who achieve the best results, teams who achieve the best results at the end of the year should receive some kind of bonus. I think that's a very good way to motivate people. I think that employees will collaborate in teams in the future in the same way that they're doing nowadays. I know that there are simple cloud-based apps which allow for collaboration, for example, Google Docs. Each member can have editing rights to a document, and members in the team can make changes to that document. I know that video editors also work in teams. Many computer programs can also have features which allow them to collaborate. So they can share a workflow, for example, and each person can make changes to a video. I think that in the future, more and more apps will have this feature which allow for collaboration and teamwork. I think this will also happen in a face-to-face situation because it's the way we've been working for a long time, and I think this will continue in the future as well.